Okay, I'm back. Yes, I'm back, and I'm going to start making YouTube videos again, guys. I haven't made a single video since, I think it was like February last year. I don't know what happened. I kind of just got a little bit burned out. And then, a month would pass, and I'd be like, yeah, I'll start again, I'll start again, I'll start again, and I never started again, and, yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. Life is stressful, but let's get on with the video. So I figured that the Titans of Cold Gladiator is the ideal video to return on because I have some things to say about it. Things that I did actually cover in my Instagram post, but I felt like I wanted to make a video about this. So, firstly of all, if I go here, can you see this right in the middle of the screen? That is damage. That is damage from this massive glob of incredibly strong glue that was on the info sheet on the back. And it's so strong that even though I was incredibly careful taking it off, it's managed to actually damage the slip. And I'm a bit pissed off about that. I mean, it's not like the worst thing in the world, but if you catch it at the right angle, you can see just it's not minor. I mean, not for it's a £45 set. It's not cheap. £45 is getting well into premium territory, and yeah, it's not good enough. So my first criticism, Titans of Cult, is, don't use such strong glue on the back, or, well, don't use any glue on the back, to be completely honest. It's unnecessary. And it's honestly, it's ruined. It's incredible. It's put a bit of a downer on the release, because the very first thing that happened was I took off the info card and it damaged it. And everything after that's kind of like, well, yeah. So let's have a look at a few random things, shall we? So this is Titans of Cult's previous effort, and you can see I've had to actually tape the flaps closed because they don't stay closed. I was never a huge fan of these plastic outer slips. They get damaged very easily. They don't look particularly great, and well, as I've said, they don't stay open. Now, I want to say that this Roadhouse cost me, I think it was $43, plus, I had to import it to the UK. But even after everything, I think I still didn't pay as much as I did for the new Titans of Cult. While the quality of the slip is fairly comparable. I mean, even this one isn't perfect. It doesn't quite have the same... I'm rambling. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and say that Titans, see this magnetic closing latch? Yeah, you need that. That's pretty much the thing I'm going to say. Yours, this card tab, and I've seen someone open the big one, the £100 set, and I think the £100 set is massively overpriced. I actually have it ordered, but one, I don't have the money for it, and two, I can't justify spending £100 for it. Not when you look at just how nice the everything blue sets are from. Well, it was from Zavvi, but they're not anymore. Yeah, it just doesn't have enough. But moving along, so the slips are much better, but they're not perfect. They do have some nice spot glossing on them, but if we look at Maximus's helmet here, and when you catch it in the light, you can see it's got a really weird, kind of blotchy quality to it, and I don't know, it just doesn't feel great to me. It's a bit of a letdown, I have to say. The other spot glossing is pretty nice, but that one on the front, I don't know, it doesn't look great to me. Not for the price that they're asking for it. And yeah. So let's just go 1 second. Let's go through and just do. So this is, as I said, the new Titans of Cult Gladiator. And it's better. It's definitely an improvement over their previous releases. But as I've said, it's definitely there is still room for improvement, especially at the £45 price point. That is definitely into the premium territories, and I don't think their outer slips are quite up to the standard, if I'm being completely honest. So yeah, so this is the Steelbook, and yeah, it's like, I can't even know. It's definitely like just a matte finish with yeah, it's both embossed and debossed, I guess you would say. The rear is spot glassed on the helmet, and it's pretty nice. I don't think it's their best Steelbook, but it's pretty good. It's like, you know, I'd say it's definitely above average. Again, not quite what I would expect from such an expensive release, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I mean, the disc art on the discs is pretty nice. I don't know if that's Titan's unique. It does have their logo on, so I'm guessing it probably is. I have Gladiator on 4K already, and yeah, so yeah, I'm guessing it is Titan's unique art on the discs, which is pretty cool. I always like some nice disc art. And I guess you can have a look. God, that's really in there. Okay. Have a quick look underneath. I mean, there you go. Yeah, the artwork is pretty decent on the inside too. So yeah, that's the Steelbook, and I've shown you the slip. And it has some art cards. I mean, again, they're well, like behind the scenes stuff, which is, it's actually something slightly different, and they're okay. I think they would have been better with a matte finish on them. But yeah, they're decent enough, I suppose. And so I'll show you the badge real quick. I've always liked Titans of Cult badges. They're pretty decent. This one looks really well made. I mean, I don't really have much else to say. It's a badge, and then there's a stand. It's branded with the film name, so I mean, you could still use it for the films. It picks up fingerprints pretty easily, and it's okay. I mean, it's got some weird artifacts on the inside here, but I mean, I don't know how I feel about the stand, actually. I don't have a whole lot of space to display steelbooks, you know, with the artwork facing out, and I don't know. I mean, it's a nice thing to have if I ever wanted to just display a steelbook. I tend to display full slips instead. But yeah, it's not terrible. Overall, I will say that it's a huge improvement on their previous releases. But I dare say that it's not perfect. As I've said, this this cardboard tab, I guess as long as you're careful with it, it probably won't be an issue, especially as I already have Gladiator on 4K. But yeah, the rear of the slip is a bit of a problem. Definitely need to use some less strong glue on that. But are they worth getting? That's the question we're really asking, because I have that, and I have that, and the Tremors. And the Tremors one, okay, it's not a steelbook, but they're the Arrow steelbook releases are similarly priced anyway, and I'd say that their outer slip is slightly better than Arrow's, although I did feel that the Tremors 2-1 was a little bit cheap feeling anyway. I don't know why that is. The Vinegar Syndrome Ultra Box is the only Ultra Box I have. I was definitely very happy with this. And again, it's not a steelbook, but it is very similarly priced. And I say the magnetic catch on it is definitely much better. I think Titans, if you're listening, that is something you should probably go with. But as far as being an improvement over these, yeah, it's definitely way better. But is it worth £45? I'd say it's about £5 overpriced. If you knocked it down to 40, I'd say that's a bit more reasonable. If you can get it for 10% from Zavi's, if you had a code and got it for 10% off, that's like £40.50. That would be considerably more reasonable. I mean, yeah, I bought it. I'm going for the completion on Titans anyway. It's pretty good. It's much better than their previous ones, but there is definitely still room for improvement. We have a new cat. We bought 2 new cats actually. Sadly, one of my cats died about a month ago. She was completely healthy, and then apparently had a heart attack one night and just died. And I found her half dead, and she died in my arms. She was 14 years old. And yeah, that made me very sad. But I did, I held her in my arms for about half an hour and wrapped her in a blanket and sat with her while she died. Not a good experience. But at least I got to say goodbye. I think it's better than just waking up to her dead, I suppose, which very well could have happened because she, collapsed behind the sofa. Anyway, this is Gallifrey. We named her after Doctor Who's home planet. And we also have Mooncake, her brother. And Mooncake is taking... we've had them for a week and a day now. They're definitely taking... Mooncake's taking a little bit longer to settle, but, I think he's coming around. But yeah, this is Gallifrey, and she's definitely adopted me. She will not leave me alone. Anyway, guys, hopefully this will be my return to form, or at least not return to form. This will be my return to making videos, and hopefully I can start putting them down again, because I did enjoy making it, and let's see how it goes. That's about all I have to say about that, guys. So tune in next time, I guess.